It is understanding the nature of the reality we are living in and wishing to get liberated from it, to get wisdom, to get pure realization of mind, so to consequently help all other beings to reach that same state of liberation.
Torej, če združimo to razumevanje, kaj je odpovedovanje s to zelo močno željo, da bi pomagali drugim, se približamo temu, čemur pravimo bodhicitta. Ker to, čemur pravimo prebujenja, ni samo neka psihološka značilnost, ki nam pomaga, da pobegnemo svojemu življenju, temveč je razumevanje prave narave življenja, v katerem živimo, sveta, v katerem živimo, zato, da bi dosegli popolno osvoboditev svojega uma z namenom, da bi pomagali drugim bitjem, da bi se prav tako osvobodili.
As I mentioned happiness earlier, we have to remind ourselves as often as possible that basically our mind is happiness. If we take out from our thoughts all what is disturbing, if we remove all what we are attached to, either in the past or in the future, then we find a peaceful state. A state which is not excited or depressed, but which is in a stable mood of happiness, content. Why? Because if you understand the law of cause and effect correctly, if you understand the real nature of what you are experiencing on a daily basis, there is no reason to do not be happy. Now, from that state of happiness, you can observe that many other people are not happy and distressed and in pain. So your mind decides, whatever state of happiness I am in, I will use it for the benefit of the others.
Kot sem prej omenil srečo, se moramo čim večkrat opomniti, da je bistvo našega uma sreča. Če iz svojih misli odstranimo vse, kar je moteče, vse, na kar smo navezani v preteklosti ali prihodnosti, dobimo mirno stanje brez vsake razburjenosti ali potrtosti, brez stanje stabilnega razpoloženja sreče, zadovoljstva. Zakaj? Zato, ker če pravilno razumemo zakon vzroka in posledice, pravo naravo pojavov, ni nobenega razloga, zakaj ne bi bili srečni. In ko smo v tem stanju sreče, opazimo, da mnogi drugi niso srečni, da trpijo. In takrat se odločimo, da bomo to srečno stanje, v katerem smo, uporabili za to, da bomo pomagali drugim.
So renunciation is not to abandon everything that we have currently, is to change the perception that we have about it. Whatever you possesses is not in itself the cause of your attachment. The cause of your attachment is your own mind, the way you perceive it. Yes? You can have jewels, you can have gold. It's not the gold which is the cause of your attachment to wealth and material goods. It's the way your mind sees it and sees it.
Torej, odpovedovanje ne pomeni opustiti vsega, kar trenutno imamo, temveč spremeniti naše dojemanje tega, kar imamo. To, naša lastnina ni več vzrok naše navezanosti. Vzrok naše navezanosti je naš lastni Lahko imamo dragulje, zlato, toda zlato ni vzrok naše navezanosti na materialne dobrine, na bogatstvo. Vzrok za to navezanost je to, kako naš zagrabi in vidi zagrabi in vidi bogatstvo in materialne dobrine.
As a consequence, the correct understanding of renunciation is not to reject a nice piece of cake, for example, but to observe your mind while you are approaching it and while you are eating it, so to find an experience, transform that experience from the usual way to become greedy or to become attached to it, in the way of understanding it, of completely transforming the energy which would go in the attachment in this experience of joy which can come out of it.
Z drugimi besedami, pri odpovedovanju ne gre za to, da zavrnemo lep kos torte, ki nam ga nekdo ponudi, temveč da opazujemo svoj ko se temu kosu torte približamo in medtem, ko ga jemo, zato da preobrazimo, ta proces pohlepa in ustvarjene navezanosti v popolno razumevanje in v popolno izkušnjo radosti, ki lahko sledi iz te izkušnje.
Misunderstood renunciation would bring us to say, oh, I see a piece of cake. I definitely see that I'm attached to the piece of cake, so I will try to keep it away from me. Not to see it, not to touch it, not to taste it, because if I come closer to that piece of cake, I will generate more attachment. By operating in this way, what we are doing, we are suppressing our own thoughts. We are suppressing our own projections towards the piece of cake. We are not transforming anything. And further, we might become depressed or unhappy or we might end to think that Buddhism is a dry path because we reject everything which is good. It's not the good things that we have to reject. It's the way our mind works in relation with what we observe. So we have to change our mindset, not to throw away all the good cakes. And if you come to be mistaken in throwing away all the good cakes, at least bring them to me.